So I spent a few hours putting together this amazing tool that will allow you to not only track your ad metrics, but also leave yourself a diary, so that you know what kind of decisions you've made in the past and how the tests are going, right? So this is a great tool. I'm so happy to share this. It took me forever to make, and it took a lot of time and energy and ChatGPT, but it's amazing and it will make you a lot of money if you use it right. So let's go ahead and get into this. So you see my screen here, you can see the tracker, and it looks really complicated, okay, because there's a lot of columns, okay. And the way that this tracker works is that it's a template. I'll be sharing with you guys a template. And so somewhere in this post, you'll see like a link where you can download this for yourself and track your own ad spend and do it for any of your clients, right? And in this template, like again, you'll see all these different columns, okay? It's really straightforward again. So the way that the tracker works is that you have three main categories, which is noted by the first row here. So you have ads, funnel, and sales, right? And in these you have multiple columns, right? So you have all the respective columns in here. So ad spend, impressions, links, things like this. Anything that's colored in gray are things that you do not need to populate. They will self-populate. They have formulas that calculate them. So for example, the CPM, it will automatically calculate that, right? So all you got to do is just put in the ad spend and impressions, right? And then as you go down, you'll have the ad metrics. So these are the front end metrics. So the only thing when you're tracking ads, you go into, the Facebook ads manager or the Google ads, interface, whatever. And then you put the respective numbers here. And then you do basically the same as you're going down the funnel, but except for you look at your funnel metrics. So you go high level or click funnels or whatever you use, you put in the leads and things like this. Now there's multiple funnels involved in this. They're basically baked in. And the purpose of this is not to have you're never supposed to have all these columns open, right? Usually you're not running like some crazy funnel that's a mix of everything. The reason that the funnel column or the funnel section is so long is because it accounts for multiple funnels. And so you want to go in and hide these things, okay? So you can, anything that's highlighted in yellow here stands for like a purchase funnel. So if you're running a low ticket funnel, then you want to have these yellow columns unhidden. But if you're not, you're just running a simple like VSL funnel. Obviously purchases are not a thing, cart value is not a thing. So you just go in here and hide that, right? And the same for this stuff. So if you're not using applications in your funnel, you're just running a simple VSL to call funnel, no applications, no nothing, then you'd hide this as well, right? And so it's super flexible in this way because it lets you see, you're able to still interpret it the exact same way and just hide those columns, and it's like they've never existed, right? So that's what you do. When you first get this, you're gonna see it's gonna say month of template. So you just wanna switch that to whatever it is. So in this case, month of March, there you have it. And then you have all the dates here. And let's say it's a different month, right? Let's say, for example, it's April. So now you need to make sure you change the dates here. So go to April 1st. And then all you have to do is just update the dates, drag this down, right? So now it's updated for April, right? And then on the bottom of here, you're gonna see two other kind of charts, right? So you have trailing report and then you have weekly report, okay? These are pretty straightforward. It looks confusing, but it's actually really straightforward and it's gonna be super helpful. So basically these automatically populate, so you don't have to populate any of these two tables really. And basically it's gonna take the data from whatever day, it's gonna pull the date and it's gonna compare it to the dates here. So today is March 13th. So if I say I spent $1 in ads on March 13th, let's see if that works. So the way that it works is not actually by today, but by yesterday, right? So if we spent $1 a day on March 12th, it's going to populate yesterday with $1, letting you know that you spent $1 that day, right? And let's say the last 4 days you spent $4, right? It's going to let you know. And then it's only going to go to the last 4 days, and you can see. So $1 yesterday we spent $1. Last 4 days we spent $4. Last 7 days we spent $6, right? And so these will automatically populate based on the date. So you don't have to do anything with these, and it just shows you kind of like another view of your metrics, so you know exactly what's going on, right? The other thing that you get to see is the weekly report, which basically is noted by these columns here. So basically this is week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then the last little bit is called week 5, right? And then those are just here in their respective columns. So basically it's just another way to track data. It's not lined up with the week, so it's not like Monday through Sunday or whatever. That's not how it works. It's just 7 days basically, right? Except for the last week. So if we spent $50 in ad spend on this week, then that goes towards week 1. But if, let's say, this week we spent 50, you could see week 3 is counted towards 50. So it's just another way to view your data, right? So other than that, of course, you have the sales column here. So any clients, any cash revenue, things like this, you can see those things here and see the metrics for that and put those in. So again, the only thing that you have to worry about is populating the white columns every day for the day before, right? And then it's going to automatically do the rest for you. And I've formatted this and I've made it in the cleanest way possible so that you're not having to do a bunch of work, to make this stuff work. It's really easy. It's easy to show clients and share this with clients. And I'm actively using this right now for multiple clients. So if we go here, like here, this is a good example, right? I'm probably going to blur out the client's name, but you can see here, we can also change the currency to, whatever it is. So in this case, it's British pounds. And you can see right now, we're not worried about the sales since this is a SaaS platform. We're not worried about sales right now since we're just trying to get leads for them. And they're still developing their platform and their sales things. So that's not really the issue. And you can see literally live data here, ad spend, link clicks, leads, and you can see the trailing data here. Now, let's say, you need a new month. All you do is let's say you need a new month. All you need to do is go in here and duplicate this and then do it for the next month, right? So you just put month of May, right? And then you can see in here, now we can go in here and just change this to May 1st. We drag this down, populate it, right? So if I were you, I would always keep an empty template inside of your, whichever client. I would duplicate the entire spreadsheet, this whole file for each client. And then I would keep an empty one like this. I would keep this empty so that you always have one to duplicate from, right? Or you could just duplicate it from the month before. Let's say you could duplicate March's, but then just get rid of the dates and replace it. And you can do it that way as well. So this is really straightforward. And again, this tool is super valuable. Now, let's say you want to log changes, okay? What you can do is, it's really cool. So the way that I've done this is that you can take notes on certain cells, right? So if you go click a cell and then you click insert, you can note certain things, right? And let's say that's a note right there. And then when you click that cell, it will give you a note. And so the way that I've done the diary here is that basically every day, anytime you do a change, you can mark it either by orange or yellow and then give a note for it. So for example, turned off V2 lead form testing campaign. You can see this is exactly what I did on March 7th. And then you can see what happened right after I did that. So after I did that, the cost per lead went up and then all of a sudden it started going down and now it's trending really well. And then orange colors, when you color it orange, that means it's a big change. If you color it yellow, that's a smaller change. And so you can just keep note of things that are going on so you know how the account's been doing, okay? This is a cumulative report. So that means you're not gonna be able to see inside the ad sets and see the things like this. This is just for a bird's eye view of everything, but this is still super important when you're trying to gauge the performance of ad accounts. And I believe that this scales with any kind of spend as long as you're doing the same kind of objectives and campaigns. If you're running separate campaigns, let's say you're running a school community, but you're also running a webinar campaign, you probably want to separate these things out because they're not the same objective, right? But if you're running a low ticket funnel, VSL, webinar funnel, anything that has to do with leads to some kind of thing, then this is probably the way to go. And you can always go in here and add columns, right? It's pretty straightforward, but you can see here in this client's example, again, this one probably only has 8 columns. So just to show you how simple these things go. So if you guys have any questions on this, let me know. Again, this is a free template, so feel free to use this how you guys want. I'm gonna put the link below so that you guys can check it out for yourselves and use it for your own clients. And I promise you, you use this, you will make more money because it tracks everything and it does a really good job at that. So again, let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Appreciate your time and see you in the next one.